Shalom. Shalom. All praise be to the Most High, Yahweh, right? Real God, okay? Not these false gods, man, okay? Remember, Zeus, uh, Mercury, Apollo, Pluto, Artemis, all these are mythology, man. That's mythology. It's a myth, man, okay? And that's why Esau the Edomites, the so-called white man, named his spacecraft after his mythical gods, man, okay? Because it'd be too obvious to have statues, all right, like they did in Rome, in Greece, all right, to have statues to their gods, depicting their gods, they mythological gods, all right. So they build these spaceship monuments, all right, to exalt their gods by the way of what? NASA, man, and these spacecraft and these space programs, man. Okay, so that's the purpose for the monument dedicated to Apollo, which Apollo, like I said, is a mythological god, all right? Uh, Edomite mythological god, okay? That basically they named they spacecraft, all right? They spacecraft after, all right? And set up monuments, all right, dedicated to that god, man, okay? So Apollo, the mission Apollo, spacecraft Apollo, really represents the mythological god, man. Zeus, Zeus's son, man, which his sister is Artemis, man. Okay, and these are all spacecrafts, all right, that they use to basically represent their gods and build monuments uh, to those gods, man. All right, so let me get a little information. Go to like on Apollo, right? We're supposed to be 1969. Esau supposedly, all right, landed on the moon, all right? Neil Armstrong. We always taught about Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, all right, being the first men to step foot on the moon, supposedly, supposedly. And they named that spacecraft Apollo, all right? And like I said, these monuments really represent these mythological gods, man, all right? Just in the way of spacecrafts, man, okay? It's part of Esau's crafty council, man. All right, that's part of Esau confusion, man. All right, you got Mars, the god of war. Okay, so this Apollo, it says borrowed directly from Greek mythology. See, Greek mythology, man. Okay, but through NASA and their space program, they depict it as a spaceship that's so-called been to space. All right, to get you to believe in these gods, man. That's how they get you to believe in these gods. How many people on earth believe that Esau, so-called white man, through NASA, went to space in 1969, man? The majority, man. All right, the majority. Which, like I said, I'm at the Kennedy Space Center. All right, where they launched the spacecraft from. All right, which it just launches into the ocean, man. Okay, the Bermuda Triangle, man. If you know the history on the Bermuda Triangle, we was taught that, oh, don't go there. People end up missing and disappearing. Who goes to the Bermuda Triangle? But basically, that's where if you do your research, that's where the rockets go, man. Okay, they pump that fear to keep you from going there, man. Okay, so that's where the rockets go. If you do your research, just do your research, man. Okay, so let's get into this Apollo, this false god that Esau named the spacecraft, the first. spacecraft to land on the moon. Okay, so it said borrowed directly from the Greek mythology, man. Greek mythology, man. Okay, that's what it is, man. Okay, Apollo was a Roman god that inspired music, poetry, and artistic creativity, man. Okay, and they use music, all right? Esau used music, all right, to put spirits on you as well, man. Okay, entertainment, all this is used to put spirits on you, man, to believe in these myths, man. All right. So it says a lawgiver and a healer, Apollo brought order to mankind and was the course of all medical knowledge. The course of all medical knowledge. So these are the deities that the so-called white man worship, man. Okay, these Greek mythological gods, man. All right, they even depict the Lord Yahweh Shai, all right, as Zeus, man. All right, that Jesus, which is not the Lord's name. The Lord wasn't a Greek, man. Translate into the Jesus, man, in the Latin, man. All right, which goes back to uh, Apollo and Artemis. All right, Zeus was basically Apollo's father, man, according to the mythology, man. According to the deception, according to the lie, man. All right, so it said, furthermore, Apollo served as the chief patron of prophets. All right, because Esau has his prophets as well, man. Okay, Neil deGrasse Tyson. All right, he's one of Esau prophets, man. That push that madness, man. Okay, it says the source of the gift of prophecy, and that's why NASA they do they arrow physicists. All right, they tell you, oh, in 100 years from now, the sun is going to do this and the moon is going to do that. Okay, so that would be their prophets, man. Okay, so it says the source of the gift of prophecy. He was thought to reside at Delphi, the center oracular thought in the ancient Mediterranean, while the Romans almost always adopted their deities from Greek counterparts, man, because they're the same people, man. Just like America today, they adopt their gods, their deities from Greece, man. Okay, same thing. They're the same people, man. That's the biggest. That's the biggest. That's the biggest. Uh. Deception, man. Okay, that they different people, man. Okay, so just like Rome adopted they deities from Greece, the same way America adopt their deities, all right, from Greece, man. The same gods, man. Okay, so it says they typically took the effort to Romanize, all right, all right, just like today, what they do, Americanize, man. All right, if you come from another country, you have a different culture. All right, the ultimate goal is to Americanize you, man. That's the purpose of public school, man. All right, this been going on for ages, man. All right, you even had during the Greek period, they call it Hellenized. All right, and when the Romans took over, which are the same people, all right, they Romanized you, and in these days and times, all right, they Americanize you, man. Okay, so it said they typically took the effort to Romanize them. Apollo bucked this trend, however, retaining his statues as foreigner and an outsider. As such, his original mythology remained largely unchanged. Apollo's incorporation into Roman mythology. So you have Greek mythology, Roman mythology. All right, what you think you have in this day? Deception, the same deception, the same myths being pushed, just using the space program. The same myths being pushed, all right, in this society, but using their space program, man. All right, through their science and through NASA, man. And that's why they named this spacecraft. Like I said, that's supposedly been the first spacecraft to go to space, land on the moon, 1969. 1969. All right, they named it Apollo after this deity, man, after this Greek god. All right, that's why you had something called the Greco-Roman, the Greco-Roman era. All right, they're two in the same, man. They're Edomites, they're Idumeans, man. All right, just like the Americans, man. All right, they're not from a different nation. They're not a different people just because they call themselves by different names. And these the gods and the deities that all Edomites worship, man. All right, when they say they believe in Jesus Christ, they really talk about Zeus, man. All right, because they don't believe in the Lord according to what's written. All right, that's why they set up these religions. All right, to pervert the word, man. All right, that's his job. Why? Because he's the devil. The Bible says that he comes after the workings of Satan, man. All right, and this is certainly satanic, man. This whole uh, uh, monument, all right, to celebrate their gods in the form of spacecrafts, all right, is demonic, man. All right, and it's satanic, man. Okay, so these are the people that you support and campaign and vote for, man. All right, to set up to be king over you, man. That's why in the eyes of the Lord, all right, the majority of Israel are traitors, man. All right, that's a perfect example of worshiping the image of the beast, man. All right, if you believe this spacecraft named Apollo landed on the moon, all right, that's an example of you uh, worshiping the image of the beast, man. All right, if you believe it's a planet called Mars, all right, then that's an example of you worshiping the image of the beast. If you believe the so-called white man been to the been in space, is currently in space, okay, as we speak, currently in space, all right. If you believe that, then that's an example of worshiping the image of the beast, man. Okay, that's what that's an example of. And the Lord give you the judgment in Revelation 20. He say, them that worship the beast gonna be part of that lake, man. Okay, lake of fire, man. All right, which is symbolic. The lake is symbolic of people. All right, and the fire is symbolic of the judgment. So you would translate that as the people of the Lord judgment, man. The people that's going to be judged at the second coming of Yahweh Shai, the real God of this earth, man. All right, the real creator, man. Okay, the real creator. So let's get some more information. It says, it said, underscore the Romans' conception of themselves as the rightful inheritors of Greek culture. They are the rightful inheritors of Greek culture because that's their forefathers, man. All right, just like America, man. All right, that's why they adopt the culture of the Greeks and Romans, man. Okay, you got Capitol Hill today. All right, during that time they had Capitol Line Hill. All right, so that's an example of them adopting the concepts. All right, and inheriting inheriting the cultures from their forefathers, man. Okay, just like they in Washington D.C., they got the Capitol building. All right, in ancient times, they had Capitol Line Hill. All right, that's where they get that concept from, man. So it says, despite his foreignness, Apollo was much loved by the Romans, man. That's why Esau today, man. All right, they support NASA, man. That's why so many people believe that they've been to the moon, man. That's why so many people believe that Neil Armstrong was the first man to go into space and to walk on the moon, man. All right, because Apollo, which that spacecraft that you see, all right, is a depiction of that, man. Like I said, it'd be too blatant to put statues of Apollo and Zeus and Jupiter up, man. Okay, so they put it up in the way of their spacecraft, man. Okay, like I said, this is all knowledge pertaining to salvation, man. Okay, because you had during the time of Paul, you had Israelites worshiping these same gods, man, believing that they really exist, man. Just like in these days and times, you got Israelites that believe that the Apollo really went to the heavens, man, landed on the moon, man. All right, and here's a depiction of Apollo. If you can see it, that's the depiction. All right, that's what that represents. That's what that spacecraft represents, man. Okay, so it says Apollo was much beloved by the Romans, who viewed him as a source of political stability and medical knowledge, as well as a guardian against infectious diseases, man. Okay, so this is the deity, man. This is one of the gods, all right, the one of many that Esau worshiped, man. All right, this is what he worshiped, man. So let's see. It said, as with many Greek deities, the etymology of Apollo has remained obscured. It may have been derived from the Arctic Greek, meaning an assembly, like those conduct in the Greek polis. This etymology will make the name Apollo translate as he who assembles. He who assembles. Translate as he who assembles, or he of the assembly, likely referred to his reputation as a bringer of civilized order. All right. So these are some of the qualities of that God, and that's what they use the space for NASA to do. All right, to bring civilized order, man, to get everybody under one umbrella, man. All right. Like I said, the majority of people on this world believe that NASA is telling them the truth. All right, $59 million a day. All right, that's the funding for NASA, man. $59 million a day, man. All right, to push this deception, man. Okay. It says, alternatively, the name Apollo may have come from the word uh, apolly, a noun meaning promise, boast or threat. The verb form meaning to make a promise, to boast, or treat, Salakia, to treat. All right. It says such an etymology would render Apollo, in the words of one scholar, as the gods of authoritative speech. The one who presides over all manner of speech acts include the realms of song making in general, a poetry in particular. Okay, so this is um, referring to the Greek god Apollo, man, which is just one of many gods, like I bring out all the time Juno Moneta, all right, which is a Greek a Greek deity, all right, which the word moneta go derived, where the word money derived from the word moneta, man, all right, which is a Greek goddess, man, a Roman goddess, man, all right, it's a Roman goddess. So that's the purpose for Esau's space program, man, so he can exalt his gods, man, all right. That's why he have these monuments, all right, set up, all right, to pay homage to these gods, man, all right. Like you got, I think down in Colombia, Brazil, they got that big Christos, all right, that Caesar Borgia image, man, okay, that Caesar Borgia, all right, which really symbolizes Zeus, man, Apollo's father, man, all right. And remember, this is all mythology, man. So it says, regarded as a ultimate bringer of law, reason, and peace, Apollo oversaw the creation of civil constitution and maintained the social order. He was also a patron of many important cities, including Delphi and Rome. Apollo's role as a preserver of the body politic was mirrored in his role as a healer of bodies via his son Asclepius. Apollo gave humanity the gift of medicine, right? He also served as the patron of doctors, man. All right. We got Esau experimenting on Jake in these hospitals, man. Okay, giving them these chemicals, man. All right, making them sick, man. All right. What you think that V-hip was, man? All right, to make you sick, man. But it all goes back to what Esau and his mythological gods, man. So it says he also served as a patron of doctors, including the great uh, Hippocrates of Kos. It says medical theories would later go on to influence Roman physicians. So it says just as Apollo cursed disease, he also caused it. See? Same thing Esau doing today, man. Okay? He come up with the disease, all right? And then he come up with the cure, man. Okay? We just experienced that a few years ago, man. All right? So it says, wielding a silver bow, he fired plague arrows at all who crossed him, including the Arcadians during the Battle of Troy. Romans regarded pestilence as the wrath of Apollo, basically depicting him as the destroyer, man. When you read, let me show you who the real Apollo and who they trying to depict. So the same way they use Yahweh Shai to depict Jesus, let's get that Revelations. That Revelations 9 and 11. So this is Revelation 9:11. It says, and they had a king over them, a real king, a real power, a real God, not no mythological God, man. All right, and this is who they're depicting all their deities after, man. Okay, because these the gods with the true power. Uh, Esau going into the moon and traveling into space through his spacecraft. That's all mythological bullshit, man. All right. So and they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit. whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Amadan, but in the Greek tongue, have his name Apollyon. Apollyon, which means what? Apollyon means destroyer, man. Okay? So this mythological Apollo, he can't destroy shit, man. Okay? That's all a figment of Esau's imagination, man. Alright? Yahweh Shai is known as Apollyon, the destroyer, man. Okay? So let's read that again. It says, it says, just as Apollo cursed disease, he also caused it. Caused it. Wielding a silver bow, he fired plague arrows at all who crossed him. And we know he that's on the white horse, all right, Yahweh Shai got the bow in his hand, man. That's who got the bow, man. Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Not Apollo, man. Okay? So it says the silver bow, he fired plague arrows at all who crossed him, including the Arcadians. During the Battle of Troy, Romans regarded pestilence as the wrath of Apollo. When pestilence is the wrath of the Heavenly Father, which he gonna bring by the way of Apollyon, the destroyer, Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So they try to correlate. All right, and it all goes back to that confusion. All right. It all goes back to that confusion, man. That's why the Bible describes them as being Babylon, man. Okay, Babylon the Great, mystery Babylon. Okay, so Apollo usually carried a lyre. His favorite musical instrument. His favorite musical instrument was often portrayed as a breadless youth, described as shining and the sun. He was sometimes depicted with rays of light emanating from his body. All right, that's how they depict him, with rays of light emanating from his body, man. All right, trying to depict him, all right, in the way that Yahweh Shai is depicted in the scriptures, man. Having the boat, all right, bringing the destruction, all right. So it says this literal and mythological light symbolizes the enlightenment that Apollo bestowed upon his followers. The same way the Bible describes Yahweh Shai as having the light. All right? And his followers, those that believe on him, as the scripture said, all right, he bestowed upon them enlightenment, man. Meaning the knowledge, which the Bible referred to as the Holy Spirit, man. Okay? As the Holy Spirit. So it says Apollo was the child of Jupiter, which Jupiter, all right, is the Roman way of saying Zeus. All right? So that's an example on how the Romans Romanized the Greek deities, man. Okay, Zeus, the king of all gods. All right, so basically Apollo, according to their myth, their mythology, is uh, uh, represent Yahweh Shai. Like, you see what I'm saying? In the image of Yahweh Shai, they depicted him as the son of Zeus. And Zeus, all right, ultimately is the most high. Okay? So this is all Esau deception, witchcraft, sorcery, man. All right? Mythology is myth, it's a myth, man, meaning it's not true, man. All right? Just like the globe. All right? It's a theory, it's not true. Okay? It's not true. So let's keep going. Let's see. They trying to correlate Apollo with Yahweh Shai. So it said Apollo was the child of Jupiter, which is Zeus, the king of all gods, and Leto, the Greek titan. His twin sister was Diana, who spoke of in the scriptures. All right, Artemis. Okay, Diana is Artemis in the Greek. Okay, it's Artemis in the Greek. So it says the Roman counterpart to the Greek Artemis. Okay, to the Greek Artemis. Among others, his half siblings includes Mars. All right, so these are his siblings, man, his brothers, Mars, all Esau mythological gods. All right, that he depict the planets as being he named the planets after, man. Also the days of the week and the months of the year as well, man. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. These are all names of Esau gods, man. These mythological gods, man. All right, he have you calling on these names, man. All right. So the days of the week, the months of the year are all named after Esau mythical gods, man. As well as their whole space program, man. Okay, their whole space program. All right. The planets, the stars, he named them after their mythological gods, so he can accomplish Isaiah 14 and 13. He can be as the Most High. He can exalt himself above the stars of heaven, man. Okay? So Mars, Vulcan, and Juventus, youthful and lusty, Apollo took lovers, both female and male. See? See? Apollo took lovers, both female and male. All right? Don't you see? Don't you see the correlation? What's going on today? Right? It all coincides with each other, man. Okay? He took lovers, female and male, man. Okay? So it says his lovers include Hecuba, King Param's wife, Aurora, Poseidon's daughter, and all 9 of the Muses. His male lovers, meanwhile, include Adonis, okay, the most beautiful man alive, a Spartan prince, King Armistice of Perea. While Apollo had many children, the best known was As Asclepius, a famous physician who Apollo delivered, produced a orphan, a legendary musician and prophet. Apollo other children included, let me see if anybody recognizable. These offsprings will all go on to establish cities. He also fathered the noted oracles Apis, uh, Idmon, and Tenorus. So this is what that spacecraft represents, man. All right, they didn't just name that spacecraft Apollo, man, and lie about going to space and landing on the moon, man. Esau just didn't pull that out his ass, man. He know what he was doing, man. Okay, this is how he showed homage to his gods, man. That he worshiped, man. All right, his heterosexual gods, man. All right. It says, an Apollo mythos began with remarkable birth from the union of Jupiter and Leto. Through the two, they were married. When Jupiter impregnated Leto, they married. Their marriage ended before their children was born. This is all mythology, man. All right, but Esau believed the lie. Esau believed this, man. It says Jupiter's new wife was jealous. Check it out now. Jupiter's new wife, his jealous sister Juno, incest. See, that's what these devils believe in, man. Incest, homosexuality. All right, getting people sick. All right. So it says Jupiter's new wife, his jealous sister Juno, all right, which is a Roman deity, all right, Juno Moneta, all right? That's what the word money derived from that you niggas worship. That's why I said, in God we trust. What God? The Greek goddess. I mean, the Roman goddess, Juno Moneta, man. It all correlates with each other, man. Through Esau, wicked and perverted wisdom, man, he gets you to worship his gods and goddesses, man. Okay? He gets you to worship his gods and goddesses, man. So, let's see. So it says, uh, let's see. So it says, all right, it says, his jealous sister Juno carried grudges against all of Jupiter's lovers, who Juno discovered that Lotto was pregnant with Jupiter's offspring. She banished the Titan from the mainland Greece and spawned a terrible sea serpent named Python to pursue her. It says, let's see. Okay, let's jump down. It says, youthful Apollo, killer and musician. Apollo first order of business was to hunt and to slay the python, the beast that Juno had spawned to murder Lotto and her unborn child. He took his weapon, Vulcan, which Vulcan is what the Greeks use to deitize the volcanoes, man. All right. So it says the craftsman deity who made Apollo his signature silver bow. After receiving a silver bow from Vulcan, Apollo tracked the beast and slayed it with the expert shot. The story quickly became a favorite among the Romans, the Edomites, who were who would celebrate their victories by signing Apollo's own victory. So you basically get the point, man. All right, you basically get the point. Let's see. It said these are the true gods that the Edomites, the Idumeans, the so-called white man really worship, man. Okay, and his deception is for the purpose to get you to believe in those gods, man. Like I say, he even used religion, the Bible, Christianity, to get you to believe in Zeus. All right, get you believe in Zeus, man. So it says the first evidence of Apollo's adoption into the Roman pantheon appeared after the plague struck Rome in 433 BC, seeking intercession and mercy. And Yahweh Shai is the only one to give mercy, man. All right. It says, uh, this goes into them building temples to their gods, man, to Apollyon. It says, after the plague, Apollo became a fixture of Roman worship. All right. There you go, right here, man. A fixture of Roman worship, Edomite worship, man. Right there, they got the monument to Apollo, man, and went through all that to trick you, all right, about him going in this spacecraft going into space, man. Okay, like I said, $59 million a day, man. All right, that's what they stealing from the taxpayers, all right, to support they deception, man, and lie. So let's see. So that's who they worship, man. Um, says the Romans also celebrated the god at festivals. All right, at festivals, it had the Apollonic Games, which featured gladiator combat among other gruesome pastimes. And that's what you have today with the sports in the arenas. This is all derived from the Greeks, man, from wicked Edomites, man. Right, football, boxing, that's all gladiator, all right, type sports, man. Right. So it says, let's see, and basically, man, that's the point, man. Okay, let's get into this pop culture. It says Apollo has been featured in a number of popular works. Apollo has been featured in many popular works, such as Percy Jackson, The Olympians. All right, so that's where that derived from, man. The Olympics. Okay, the Olympics is the Greek games, man. Okay, it all goes back to these Greek gods, man. Okay, it says the Gods of War video game series. It says the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. There you go. NASA. All right. So they saying this is what NASA means: National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Right. Which the word NASA in Hebrew comes from means deceive. All right. So it says appropriated the figure of Apollo for its famous space program, which accomplished 6 moon landings and safely delivered 12 astronauts to the moon and back. Apollo was chosen to represent the program because he symbolized accuracy, man. Right? And that's a monument to Apollo. Okay? Like I said, it's just a way uh, to get you to call on their gods, man. Okay? Esau perverted ass mind, man. All right, so that's the point, man. Just a little history on Greek mythology dealing with Apollo, which a lot of our people, all right, a lot of our people is caught up in this madness, man. All right, and believing in Esau, NASA. All right, we see that NASA used Apollo, which is a Greek deity, okay, to symbolize their spacecraft, man. Okay, to symbolize basically lies, man, and deception, man. All right, witchcraft and sorcery, man. Okay, like I said, it'd be too blatant for them to just put up the statue of Apollo right here, man. People won't go for it. So, using their demented mind, all right, they put it in the form of a spacecraft, all right, and all you people are dismayed and fascinated with space, all right. It gets you to believe in their false gods by the way of NASA through their witchcraft, man. And basically, that's the point with that. Shalom.